What's up? It's Cornelius. I kind of wanted to go ahead and just cover Discord a little bit. Some people have had some questions about Discord. Discord's a communication app that we tend to use. We use it off of the app. And the reason is because you can put a message on the chat and notify someone directly. Or you can also go ahead and communicate, and you don't have to worry about the message falling off. So say if it's a really active day and there's 10 or 12 people on, and you post something like, hey, what do you think I should do for this base? And then 20 people get on or something like that, and it ends up getting run off the chat. You can't really communicate. So this enables us to kind of go through. Now for everybody, the setup's going to be a little bit different depending on what your role is. So if you're just a member role, some of the tabs I have you may not have. But in general, the big ones you're going to have. The other thing too, the biggest reason that we like to have it is to notify people for war attacks. Say if there's 2 hours left in war and you think the war ends at 5 and it actually ends at 2, which has happened several times, we can actually notify you directly and be like, hey, war's almost ending. Really enables us to kind of communicate back and forth in that way. So a couple of tabs here, the more important tabs, depending on which clan you're in, either Night Fury, Beg for Mercy, or Farm, which is the three main clans we're using. Each one kind of has their own individual section. Obviously, there's, like I said, there's some tabs here that not everyone has, depending on your role. So, like the co-leaders have their own chat, for example, which enables us to kind of communicate back and forth, discuss things with the clan members, stuff like that, promotion process, that whole deal. The big ones you're going to want to look for in either one you're in, and they're named differently. The general chat. So the general chat, just kind of everyday BS. You can ask questions, different things, but just kind of a casual chat thing. The big ones we're looking for, in-game requests. It's all too often where you'll see somebody get on and they may have requested troops for war, and it may have been posted 3 or 4 hours ago and nobody knew about it. If you ever need troops for war, you can see here, all you have to do is hit @ and then you'll select that member. I usually do 2 to 3 members when I'm requesting. And you can see there that Thee did that. He tagged Maxwood, Maxim, and myself for a war attack. So if you just type @ say Maxwood and put that in there, and then you're going to put something like this. If you hit enter that and send that, that's going to send a push notification to Maxwood directly and will enable them to say, hey, I need to get on app and donate troops. Best used for war, but you can really go however you want to do it. Whenever, the other thing too, that I know a lot of thing or concern that people have, whenever you come in these groups, you can always go into the notifications and turn off. You can go until I turn it back on, for example, or you can mute it for a certain amount of time. That will enable you so you're not getting notifications from everyone, but I'd say don't mute them all. Definitely in-game requests, war room, where we kind of plan on occasion. These are good ones to kind of leave on. I said you can mute them if you want, but getting the notifications really helps the most. Those two really help. Now within Night as well, there's actually a section down here on YouTube videos that I've been posting. Kind of helps to talk about, like there's a video there for the Town Hall 9s, breaking down Town Hall 9s. It's always a good read or a good watch. And then if you have any questions, this would be a good place to question. Like, hey, I watched the video and I have some questions regarding this, and maybe we can do another video on that, or we can answer the questions directly. So that's for Night. When you come down for Beg for Mercy, the groups are named a little bit different. Like for this one, Begging Choosers. If you actually click up here, it will tell you under begging choosers there that this is a troop request channel. So it actually tells you what the purpose of that channel is. So beg your pardon. So this is just the general chat. So it kind of helps to keep things so you don't have to see stuff where, players are requesting troops in the wrong spots. If you put them in the right spots, we're going to know what you need just by when it pops up. The other thing for members as they come in, strategy library, none of these are locked. So when we talk about these videos, it's just different Town Hall attack strategies, and most of these are YouTube videos. So say if you're Town Hall 9, you come in here and you click Town Hall 9. We have videos posted throughout on all the different attack strategies, and these will update back and forth. But you can see here, Lava Loon, Witch Slap. There's another video on Witch Slap. Town Hall 9's just general video. Stone Hobo, Mass Witch, Valkyrie. Best attacks for low hero Town Hall 9's. So there's a ton of these videos in here that we've posted that kind of help a lot with different attacks. And I really encourage everyone, if you find a really good informative video on an attack, maybe even a new style of attack as the meta changes, go ahead, copy that link from YouTube, come in here and post it. It'll enable other members to kind of get in here and see the attack, kind of make those judgment calls. Now, whenever you're using the app, just like I said, go ahead, turn off the notifications for the spam channels that you don't want to hear. I do this myself. So you can see there that I've muted the bot here. This thing here tells you, it's more of an administrative thing. It kind of tells us how people are upgrading. It keeps track of members in and out. We do have a couple of different things that we also have that we haven't utilized yet. We don't know if we will, but so for example, this war bot here, which can be controlled by any member in the group, will actually tell you, for example, it's a command prompted bot. So if I come in and just type in war and hit enter, it's going to scroll through. It'll tell me what the score is, what the hit rates are, town hall on town halls, and then what open bases are, as well as what stars have been got. There's a way to call bases on here. So let's say, for example, I want to call a little bit more difficult to use if you're not familiar. So we're going to call 2 for 2. So basically what I'm doing is I'm calling base 2 for our number 2 attacker. Well, I know this in my head that it's Thee, so when I hit this, it's going to say that Thee has called base 2. And you can see that the random with his extra E in there really does, it works well. And if you ever have a question about who's in war, if you want to do that, if you type in lineup and hit enter, it's going to tell you who's in war, how many attacks they have left, and what their score or their hit rate is. So just something to think about with this. This doesn't have to be used right now, but we definitely want to make sure everyone in the clan needs to have Discord. We've had missed attacks in war, and more often than not, missed attacks will get you kicked unless there's a good excuse. And this is a way to kind of prevent some of that. If there's 2 hours left in war, I can go ahead and tag some people and say, hey, it's time to go. So it really helps. Everyone needs to have it. And like I said, it's just the easiest way to communicate off of app. You can just come in here. Let me collapse some of this junk down, or just go in the general chat. If you have something you want to say to someone like, hey, how's your day? You can tag them directly. So it kind of prevents some of that stuff where maybe you say stuff. It just promotes communication, because not everybody has time to get in, check chat, read chat all day long. This is something you can check in, when you've got a minute, or somebody tags you directly and they're talking to you. So